All right, welcome in, my beautiful friends. I hope all is well. We're doing your all signs reading, all signs, all houses for the week of March 8th through the 15th. We're going to start, of course, with the sign of Pisces. We'll move all the way through Aries. And let's see what energies want to come through for the week. Okay. All right, my loves. So we're going to start with the sign of Pisces. Pisces and those watching for the 12th house for March 8th through the 15th. Show me for my Pisces and those watching for their 12th house, please. Okay. Page of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Okay. King of Wands. Queen of Swords. I feel like you're at odds with somebody here. And it looks like there's about to be some sort of communication about this Two of Pentacles. You're already thinking this is what I'm getting. Show me about this Page of Swords. King of Pentacles, Chariot, and the Fool. I feel like this is somebody telling you like what moves they're about to make here. Okay, or this could be you saying this. This is the moves I'm about to make. I'm going to move. I'm going to do this, that, the other. Feels like it's a loss in a relationship, I have to say. But I want to say it feels like you might already be kind of feeling like uncertain of where this is going. And I feel like the reason you might be uncertain on where something is going is because this person's been given off a vibe because there is some sort of action that's about to happen, and this person's kind of, it feels like they've kind of been planning that, if you will. Show me about this. Reverse the roles if you need to. Okay. Show me about this Five of Pentacles, please. Knight of Cups. Yeah, something has changed within a dynamic is what I'm getting. And I feel like somebody's about to communicate something to you about the change that's going to be happening, what they're going to be doing. And it would have been something that was already in the works or something that was already being kind of planned or worked out, which is why there was a change in the energy between you and this individual. Show me more about this Queen of Swords, Two of Pentacles, please. You've already felt something off or knew something was up. Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. You might be asking yourself, like, what am I going to do if this happens, or what am I going to do now? Again, reverse the roles if you need to. This could be the other person feeling that way. Specifically feels like something financially. For some of you, this could be somebody not making good financial decisions either, okay? And this could be very frustrating for you, and you could be wondering how to change it if it's not the ending of a connection. But I do feel like you're recognizing some sort of shift in mood, and you're about to find out why that shift. It's because somebody's been, feels like they've been planning to come to a point where they tell you their decision, and this is what they're going to do. Yeah, this could be maybe this looks like it changes things for you on some level, maybe with your work, or maybe you have to do something differently for work because of this, or it seems like there has to be, what am I going to do in regard to how I create a livelihood? Possibly it could be something like this. I don't know that this is divorce, but it could be. Like, it could be on the trajectory of that. This could just be like a change within a situation between you and a person that change, like maybe somebody's moving away for a job, and that's going to make the situation long distance. And this could be like, how am I going to get time off work to be able to see you? It could be something like this. Okay. It doesn't have to be like an ending, but I feel like something is changing, something is shifting. Now, it could be an ending if you notice somebody's mood shifting and the mood has shifted so that they're going to come forward and say, "This is a change I'm making," and it basically ends the relationship. That's kind of how this feels. But it doesn't have to be an ending. Okay. Pisces, that's what I have for you, my loves. I hope that this was helpful. I'll see you guys again next week. Okay. Take care. Hello, Aries. Welcome into your reading for March the 8th through the 15th. We're taking a look at Aries and those watching for their first house. Let's dive in here and see what wants to come through for my Aries and those watching for their first house. All right, so the 10 of Swords. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Wow. Three of Swords. And the Magician. You're ending something here, I'm seeing. Two of Wands, Eight of Wands. Okay, maybe making some quick decisions here. Show me this 10 of Swords. I don't feel like it's been quick. Last week I was seeing where you were in some sort of emotional stew on whether you wanted to, you were feeling something, trying to understand your feelings, and there was something that you weren't sure you wanted to take along towards something that you were working on. Okay, something that you were building, something that you were a part of here. So I'm not trying to bring that into this reading, but I am seeing there's maybe some quick decisions that are being made, quick actions being taken. Show me more about this 10 of Swords, please. Show me more about this. Yeah, it could be a marriage, could be maybe a deal not working out with some real estate. Maybe something happened with a real estate deal. I don't know. That could be the case as well. That's more of a specific message. Knight of Swords. Give me a minute here. King of Wands. Yeah, this could be feels like it's you, that fire energy there, but communicating and ending to something or getting that communication. Show me the Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, please. You're doing this before you maybe put money down on something, pay for something, give something. There could be some sort of legal documentation that's being drawn up. We are in Mercury retrograde, so be careful of that. Okay, signing contracts and things like that during this time, just make sure you're going through it with a fine-tooth comb, or wait until out of the retrograde, which is March 20th. We have that post-shadow period. So you're looking at a couple weeks, a week and a half into April, which will be your birthday. You'll be in your birthday season then. Yeah, there could be something where you're dealing with some red tape as well, especially when it comes to like working with other people or getting everybody on the same page or drawing something up. Yeah, it looks like something could take some time. There could also be something that's delayed while something is being worked through. Show me the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm hearing deed. I don't know. This could have something to do with that. Show me the Six of Pentacles here. Three of Wands. It feels like you're pausing something until something else is taken care of. That's what it feels like to me. Maybe if last week, I mean, it feels like your weeks that I've been reading have been, and probably in preparation for your birthday season, but it feels like it's been like a storyline. So maybe go watch the past few Aries readings. I'll put the last one at the end of this video for you. But it does feel like maybe you've decided not to bring something with you. Okay, someone with you. Maybe this is like the end of the road when it comes to something. Maybe we have to move out of a building and move into another building. You know what I'm saying? Like something I feel like you want to be wrapped up. You don't want it to overlap. You don't want it to be mingled with it, is how it's feeling. Yeah, they're showing me oil and water, showing me like a visual of oil and water. So it seems like there's something about separating it. Okay, show me this Four of Pentacles, please. You could also be doing some kind of due diligence here in an effort to make sure that somebody keeps their hands off something or something is protected. All right. Show me 4 of Pentacles. Thank you. 3 of Cups. Page of Swords. This feels like somebody kind of getting this bad news that about something not moving forward, something ending. Show me this 3 of Swords, please. Knight of Wands and the Hierophant. I just feel like there's somebody that's not going to be a part of something here, is what I'm getting. Show me the Magician. Yeah, because you're planning something for the future. You're planning something out long term. That's what this 3 of Wands is about. And I see that you haven't moved. You're going to put something on pause. You're not going to move forward with it until something's like, I don't know, like there's a contract that's signed, or there's an agreement that's signed, or there's a ending that's official, something of this nature here. Okay, I want to see show me a little more about this. Thank you. 8 of Cups. Yeah. I think this is something that you're removing from your life. Okay, Aries, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Welcome into your weekly reading for March the 8th through the 15th. I hope all is well with you. Let's take a peek and see what energy wants to come through for you this week. Show me, please, for Taurus and those watching for their second house. Show me for Taurus and those watching for their second house, please. Okay, 6 of Wands. 9 of Wands. 4 of Swords. It feels like you're feeling like something is on the up and up here. Show me more. Ace of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Six of Pentacles. I feel like you're dealing with 2 different things here. I feel like there's something that you're something that hasn't been easy, that you're trying to bring a sense of ease. I'm seeing you moving money around. I'm seeing you maybe doing some research, moving money around. Maybe this is about investing in something. Okay. Show me the 6 of Wands. For Taurus and those watching for their second house, please. 5 of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Yeah, there might have been something that maybe wasn't the greatest news. I feel like this is like you trying to like plan something. It feels like some sort of move that you've made, something that you've done to, like, I don't know, secure something, or you've done something here that I feel like you're going to feel like you did the right thing. Okay. There's this thing in the background that I'm seeing though. Show me this 9 of Wands, 4 of Swords. Okay. 10 of Wands. There's been some sort of difficulty that I feel like that's been going on kind of in your environment that I feel like is shifting. You may feel like it's getting better, or there's been some sort of resolution to whatever this issue was. It could be frustration or irritation that was about something that was going on. That's, again, I feel like something's being resolved with that, whatever that is. It seems to be in the background. It could be tied to this. I'm not surprised that this is about money, given that we're also reading for the second house. So I do see something about maybe moving money around, doing some research, investing, looking for the best investments, this kind of thing. Can you show me more about this? Yeah, a little bit of uncertainty. Well, I feel like you're going to get good news. If there's something that maybe you decided to move something around or invest in, yeah, you're going to get some. I feel like you're going to get some good news with that Six of Wands. You may not, it may have been like a shot in the dark, is how it's coming through, making some sort of a lot of uncertainty, maybe, but maybe not sure how something's going to go. I'm also getting that for some of you, you may have like hacked something for yourself or hacked like a code or something. Not like actual hacking. What I mean is like you find like some kind of loophole that works, or you're finding some sort of hack that really works. That's how it feels. That's a specific message. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting. I feel like you've done something that is going to prove it was the right move, even though you may have had some worries about that. But then I'm also seeing, and maybe this is tied to this, but I also feel like there could be just maybe some other frustrations in your life. Maybe things haven't really been great in some area, and that seems like it's also resolving. Okay. All right, Taurus. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Take good care. Hello, Gemini. Welcome into your energy reading for March the 8th through the 15th. I hope all is well with each and every single one of you out there, my Gem and the Misfits. We're going to take a look at Gemini and the third house. Let's dive in here and see what message wants to come through. Show me for Gemini or those watching for their third house, please. Ooh-wee. Okay, Five of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Six of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. The Fool. Okay, and the Ace of Cups. There's okay, so something is not working out for a reason. It feels like something that you may want to put money on. Maybe this is like a bid on something, or on a house or whatever. It feels like something's not working out for a reason. So it looks like you're getting that news that it's not working out, or whatever this information is that's coming through that's going to show you it's not going to work out. But I feel like this opens up a door elsewhere that you're going to like a whole lot better. So don't be super concerned if something doesn't work out that maybe you had some hopes for, okay? Show me this Five of Pentacles, please. Because something better is going to come through. Show me this Five of Pentacles. Let's, Two of Wands. Three of Wands. Yeah. I feel like you did have, like, you were already kind of making plans, or it seems like you're finding out that a different decision has been made. And so it kind of squashes your plans. Show me the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, something, you're being blocked from something, but it's on purpose, I'm getting. Yeah, something's not moving forward here. Blocked from moving forward, okay? Show me this, what's this Knight of Swords? Where is that coming from? It's not something that you expect, okay? Or you didn't know how it was going to go to begin with. If this, let's say, I'm just going to use this as an example. Let's say this is a bid on like a property or something like that. It could be that like somebody isn't gonna, like somebody paid more or something like that, a little bit more, or they're taking, this is the deal with this, they're going to take this or whatever. There's something like that I feel like information about this is coming through. Something is a better option for the other side, okay? At least that's how it seems like it's coming through on your end. Something is a better option for the other side, so they're not going with something with you, or they're not choosing you, they're not hiring you, whatever, okay? But again, I'm telling you, I think you're bummed about it. I definitely see where you're bummed about it, but I'm also seeing this Fool and this Ace of Cups, which again is telling me that there's something better. There's something that you're going to love more. Okay. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like you can't, you're not coming together. You're not working together anymore. Show me the Fool and the Ace of Cups. Let's focus on that. Show me the Fool and the Ace of Cups. Just know something better is coming along. Show me this Fool and the Ace of Cups. Yep, there's your disappointment. Okay, in this 3 of Swords, man, it sure doesn't feel good. I can see that. Again, I feel like you had a lot of expectation for whatever this is. 8 of Pentacles and the Sun. I'm telling you, there's something better. This may be related to work or something for you. Or, you know, you're just going to focus on what you got in front of you, maybe not worry about this, but I do see something new coming. There's the Lovers. Something is being worked out in your favor. So there's going to be some kind of disappointment that I feel like you had, you know, you had an agenda for, or you really, you wanted something to work out a certain way. You were hoping it was. Again, I see a lot of expectation, a lot of hope around this, maybe already planning for something and then it not falling through, but there's a reason. It might be because there's a relationship coming through for you, or there's something that's more aligned for you that's coming through. If you're single, it could be like a relationship, like you are being preserved to meet a person. Maybe that's because of the new path that you, or the new door that opens here for you. But I expect something new to come through. Maybe not necessarily this week. I feel like you could be getting maybe the rejection this week. Okay. All right, loves. I'll see you guys next week. Take good care. Sending you a lot of love. All right. Hello, Cancer. Welcome in. This is going to be your reading, your energy reading for March the 8th through the 15th. Let's dive in here and see what wants to come through for you. Show me, please, for Cancer and those watching for their 4th house. What do we need to know? What is the message? Ooh, okay. We have Temperance coming out here. We have the 9 of Wands. We have the 7 of Wands. Cancer, you might be a little like protective or defensive, like feeling the need to defend yourself. Let me see. Maybe from a Sag. It doesn't have to be, though. We have the 10 of Wands. Yeah. Seems like you're trying to block something out. Now, this could just be someone's yucky energy. Okay. Maybe somebody's making you feel this way. And we have the 7 of Pentacles. I feel like you're waiting for some kind of end or resolution to something. This could be just as an example to tell you like the energy that I'm picking up. Like maybe somebody temporary comes into the work environment. Maybe it's somebody that's just there for a little bit of time and they're making things very difficult on you. Or they're just not a personality that you really get along with. Like this could be like how long before this person leaves, you know, I've just got to make it another week or two or whatever, something like this. That's the energy that I feel like you're in. Show me this Temperance energy. I want to see. I will say that if this is not a Sagittarian energy, this could be something that's happening to show you something, okay? For you to like heal, maybe. It could be triggering you in some way. Show me this. Thank you. Temperance. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles and the Emperor. Okay, could pertain to a boss, maybe a fire sign. I have Aries here. Show me this 9 of Wands. What's this 9 of Wands about? 2 of Cups. Okay. 6 of Cups. Okay, this feels like a co-parenting situation then. Somebody might be dragging their tail, dragging something, trying to like control a situation. That would be where this 9 of Wands is coming through. There could be, again, this could be like where children's involved, or this is maybe just somebody's stuff that you're having to deal with that you have history with. Okay. And it's very frustrating for you. Show me the 7 of Wands. Again, it feels the need that you want to protect yourself. You might feel like you need to defend yourself or stand your ground. We have the 9 of Cups and we have the Hierophant. Interesting. Show me that Hierophant. Yeah, this is some sort of, I feel like this was like a contract that was made. Again, this could be like where there's a co-parenting situation. If you're like remarried or you're in maybe a very committed connection that's not somebody that maybe you have children with, you could feel the need to defend that or to protect your happiness. But dealing with this other person, it feels like it's not the greatest energy. Like it's not easy to deal with. It's very frustrating for you, I'm getting. Tell me what this, what's the delay or what's the, who's dragging their tail here? What's going on? It could be with finances or something financial. Somebody hasn't done something that they're supposed to do yet is what I'm getting. Maybe this week is like the deadline for something. I feel like somebody's just trying to make something difficult on you is how it's coming through. So that energy I was picking up of like this deadline energy or like how much longer do I have to deal with this? It could be that that is like some kind of deadline for something to be taken care of, or maybe it could be like a child support payment, something like this. Okay. Just apply it to whatever your situation is. I know not all of you have a co-parenting situation. Show me this, that there's some kind of deadline and I feel like it's coming down to the wire. And I feel like if somebody's dragging their tail with something, or maybe they're waiting on something. Okay. It does feel like though you would either think that this person's just trying to control a situation. They might be being genuine though. Like maybe something is taking longer than it should or than it was supposed to, and this person can't do anything about it until whatever it is happens so that they can do what they need to do. Okay. So there could be something like this. It seems a little check the other placements, hopefully get a more well-rounded picture. It seems very complex. Yeah, it feels like maybe something to do with a payment. Okay, show me the 3 of Pentacles. Maybe somebody not making a payment they're supposed to. Yeah, it seems like you're going to have to do something that you don't necessarily want to do. And again, maybe this is defending something else that you have going on or protecting something else that you have going on. Maybe somebody is saying like, look, you really need to address this if this has become a pattern or a habit, or, this is not keeping the contract. This is not keeping the agreement. So I feel like if you're like with another person or married to another person, they could be saying this. Show me the 7 of Pentacles, please. Yeah, I feel like it's something that you don't want to have to do. Yeah, there it is. There's the Queen of Swords. So Cancer, it feels like you're going to have to break bad on somebody here. Okay. Just keep in mind though, there may be a situation where somebody's waiting on something to happen so that they can carry out a task, but you might be they're just trying to control a situation. They're just trying to control this. They're dragging their tail on purpose. It's intentional. But for some of you, I feel like it's not. Okay. So just FYI, I feel like you might need to know that. All right, Cancer, I'll see you guys next week. Take good care. Until next time. Hey there, Leo. Welcome in. This is your energy reading for March the 8th through the 15th. I hope all is well in your neck of the woods, my friends. Let's dive into your message here for Leo and those watching for their 5th house. Show me for Leo. Thank you. All right, babes. We have the 4 of Cups. We have the Star. The Hanged Man. Go watch Gemini's reading if you have that in your chart, or because I feel like there's something here that's being delayed that you could feel very disappointed about. And they had similar energy. A Queen of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. And the 9 of Wands. Don't do anything too quickly. I want to say there's a delay for a reason with something. Show me this. Why is the 4 of Cups here? I just feel like this is your disappointment around it. I feel like maybe it's something that you really wanted. Maybe there's some sort of delay. Okay. Yeah. The moon's coming out reverse. So I feel like that there's like a deeper reason why something is happening. You may not have clarity on that, but you're going to get clarity. Okay. So why is there this energy of like wanting to do something quickly here? Can you show me about this? It could be there's some kind of urgency. Maybe it has to do with like living arrangements. Doesn't have to. but it could. Like shelter. 5 of Cups. Yeah. Don't I'd be very if we're in Mercury retrograde right now, I'd be very careful about signing any sort of contracts. If this is about like living arrangements or maybe signing like a lease or, a mortgage or anything like that, okay? Just be very careful because I feel like you might have regrets around that. I want you to trust some kind of delay that might be coming through. Show me about this. Show me more about this. Death. I don't know. Are you feeling like something's not going to happen? Like it's just dead right there? Like it's not going to happen? Yeah, you could feel like something's final. Is it? Like something's a final decision. There's no like appealing it or there's none of that. Tower. Yeah. Okay. King of Wands. I just heard but. Okay. And the Three of Swords. Give me a second. Queen of Wands. I feel like you're going to get hit with a double whammy here. Okay. This feels like, Leo, some things are being stripped out of your life or dismantled in your life because they're meant to be. So that's why maybe there's like this mad dash for something here that I just want to tell you, you may want to trust whatever is you do. I feel like you do, like, like there's a bigger reason to this, even though I'm disappointed or it's a missed opportunity. I know there's a bigger reason that I may not see now, but I will. I feel like you know that. But it also could put you in a position here where you feel like you need to do something quite kind of quickly, or you have to make some sort of decision that maybe you wouldn't. And it feels quickly. But I feel like I want to tell you, and I feel like the guidance here is don't make the decision too quickly. Because I feel like you could get yourself in a bind or in a pickle, or in something that you're going to end up like regretting, like buyer's remorse. Show me this star, please. Three of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you were really looking forward to this. Looking forward to something, high hopes for something. Again, similar energy as Gemini. Maybe go watch that reading too. I feel like the guidance here is to not rush into the next thing, okay? Can you give me any sort of guidance? Yeah, look at that. There's the Chariot. Fastest moving card in the deck here. I feel like something's going to work out. Something else is going to come through. I'm hearing mediate. Maybe that's relevant to some of you here. I feel like this is in an effort to like secure something. So I feel like this has something to do with home. Okay. But I'll just tell you, like, it feels like there's going to be another option that comes through. So again, don't do something too quickly because that other option could be missed. You could have some kind of buyer's remorse here. Okay, Leo? All right, my loves. I'll see you guys next week. I'm sending you a lot of love. Take care. Until next time. Hey there, Virgo. Welcome into your energy reading for March the 8th through the 15th. I hope all is well with you. Let's dive in here and take a look at the energy around Virgo and those watching for the 6th house. What do you need us to know? What is the energy here? What is the message? Okay, we have the 10 of Swords. The 3 of Cups. Temperance. Hold on. Dogs are getting rammy. Show me more. Okay. 8 of Wands. There may be something that you thought was over is actually going to work out here. 8 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles. You are hesitant to move forward quickly. I feel like you're... Yeah, 9 of Cups is something that you want, but I feel like you refuse to like jump in head first or to do something too quickly here. Okay, I gotta turn the light back on. All right, so show me this 10 of swords. I just feel like something that you thought was over and done. Yeah, 5 of wands. Wow, ace of cups. It looks like it's pertaining to some kind of relationship or connection. You weren't sure something was going to work out. It looks like it's working out to me. Show me temperance. Knight of swords. Yeah, based off a conversation or based off some sort of communication that you've had, you feel like this is something that could work out. 6 of wands. Yes, you see a positive outcome here. Victory, success. You feel good about this. Show me the 3 of cups then. Yeah, see, I feel like you didn't think something was gonna work out. 5 of wands, 10 of pentacles. It has potential. You're seeing it does have potential. It can work out. There's potential for it to work out. I see your resistance to move too quickly, though. I feel like you don't wanna you may feel like, I don't wanna mess anything up. I don't wanna jump in head first. So I do see where there's a wow, I love this energy about you, though. You wanna see it have a success. You wanna see some sort of victory come out of this, okay? So I feel like you wanna move forward very quick not very quick. You may wanna move forward quickly, but I see your resistance to doing that. It doesn't work out. You know that, like, doing that wouldn't work out. This has to be methodically, very carefully kind of handled. Show me the 8 of wands. 8 of pentacles. Yeah. Okay. Knight of cups. You're good at, finessing this situation, it looks like, and you know that. You'll put energy into it, but I don't again, it doesn't there's a 10 of cups. This may be for family, for the sake of family, for the sake of, like, cohesiveness. Um, yeah, it feels like you want to put time and energy into something, okay? Take action toward it. I get some kind of finessing that you're doing. I like that. 4 of pentacles. I like how you're approaching this. Ace of swords. You have this awareness, yes. Okay, 6 of swords. You have to move slowly. You have to move very calmly. I feel like you have to reserve your energy in some way. You have a clarity about this. Show me the 9 of cups. This is good. I like this. Tower. Wow. 5 of pentacles. The hermit. Okay. Page of swords. I do see where something that you may be working on, there may be a sudden shift with that. You might have to kind of alter your plans. 9 of swords. That creates some sort of worry. I do feel like you could be concerned that there's I do see something shifting, maybe not going the way that you had planned. The way that you wanted something to go. It doesn't feel like it pertains to this. It feels like something maybe else that you're doing. And it creates like if this doesn't work out, then this may not work out. That's what it feels like to me. But it feels like it may worry you, but that you do something here or you gather some information or you do some research on how to shift things. Okay, you may have to shift out of something completely. Show me more about this. Yeah, 8 of cups and the 4 of wands. I feel like that something's going to be altered, and you could be concerned that something is not may not work out because of this shift. Is that accurate? Is that true? Okay. Okay. Again, important not to rush into anything, and you're aware of this. 7 of pentacles. Yeah, something's going to take a little more time to recover. Okay. But with planning, I feel like with planning something, this other thing can still work out. Yeah, it's the commitment to it here is what I'm seeing that's important. Okay. I don't see your lack of commitment, that's for sure. But um, when something shifts and maybe you weren't anticipating that, don't let it get you down because I feel like you had some sort of ambitions for something here. I'm seeing with planning something might take a little longer to work out, but it does look like it it can work out if with planning is what I'm getting. Okay. All right, Virgo, I'm sending you guys a lot of love. I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Hey there, Libra. Welcome in. This is for Libra and those watching for their 7th house for the week of March 8th through the 15th. Let's see what wants to come through here. Show me for Libra and those watching for their 7th house, please. What is the message? Okay, we have the 7 of Cups. The Hermit, Virgo energy there. Could be on a cusp. Could have that in your chart. 5 of Cups. Ooh, okay. There's a bit of a pessimism here, a pessimistic energy that I'm getting. Page of Swords. Yeah, 9 of Wands. I see that you're kind of focused on your frustration here this week. Okay. About something. Yeah, 10 of Swords. Wow. Okay, let's go back to the 7 of Cups here. Show me the 7 of Cups. What is the 7 of Cups about? All right, so you're feeling a little conflicted, maybe a little confused. We have the 8 of Wands and the King of Wands. Libra, I don't know what you're dealing with here. Check other placements if this reading doesn't resonate with you. I don't know if you're making the best decisions right now. If you're yeah, Knight of Pentacles, that would be like being responsible, taking accountability, doing things methodically with care, right? With the future in mind, being very slow and intentional. I don't see that's what you're doing. Okay, so that may be why there's some kind of pessimism, or maybe you're feeling like, what's the 5 of Wands about? Frustrated with yourself, possibly. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles. You could have had an argument with somebody that kind of is tied into this. Okay, it could have been an argument. It could also be where maybe there's something that you're not managing properly. All right, let me see the 5 of Cups here. Show me this 5 of Cups for Libra, please. Knight of Wands. Yeah, there's something about regretting actions here. Ace of Swords, when maybe you knew better. 7 of Wands. This feels like about boundaries with yourself. Implementing some boundaries with yourself here. Okay, show me this Hermit. I do feel like the pessimism may be like that I'm picking up. You know, you could be being very critical of yourself about this. Okay, I'm seeing the 10 of Cups. Interesting. And the Hierophant. 7 of Swords. It's pessimism about something that I feel like you want in your life. That could be marriage, that could be family, that could be children, it could be, you know, a home. I feel like there's frustration or pessimism because I think you're realizing that like something that you're doing isn't conducive to this energy that you want. And you could look at it like it's evading you, or like, you know, it's something that you want, but you can't have. The universe won't let you have it or whatever. But I don't feel like that's actually the case. I feel like certainly the universe isn't going to let you have it if it's going to get sabotaged, or if you're not ready for it. And in this case, I feel like there's something that you want. Okay, maybe many things that you want, all encompassing in some ways. I feel like it could be about home and family, maybe marriage. You want things to be a certain way in your life, but you're not doing things in a way that supports you having that. Okay. And so again, I feel like maybe there's things that you're doing that's creating all of this confusion, or it's creating this haze for you. And maybe you're frustrated with yourself because you keep doing a certain thing, or keep doing certain things a certain way. And it's not conducive to what you want. Again, I feel like you have an understanding of this, like there's regret about this, or you're feeling like loss around this. So I feel like there's some personal boundaries that need to be put in place so that we can start on the road to having what you want. So, paying attention to how you're feeling right now is going to be the key to resolving. Yeah. Give a little bit of energy to how this makes you feel. Again, it feels like this focus in on your awareness around how certain actions are doing things a certain way, okay, aren't conducive to supporting the thing that you want in your life. You're like doing the opposite. So it's like there's a sabotage there. We have the moon. Yeah. I feel like what you're being asked to do is really pay attention to your frustrations around this and how your emotions play a role um in the actions that you take, in where you put your time and energy here. That's going to be the key to healing this, I feel. We have the 3 of swords. Yeah. So there's going to be an awareness that I've done this to myself. I've done this to myself. There's the Knight of Swords, the 5 of Swords. Yeah, this is being truthful and honest with yourself about how you've been sabotaging. Look at this. And there's the 4 of Wands, how you've been sabotaging the very thing that you want with actions that aren't aligned with that. So it feels like you're going to be, it's going to be very relevant to you, where you're going to be, it's relevant that you're going to be having this experience of like noticing your frustrations around not having what you want, and your frustrations around what you do that keeps you from having that. So it feels like you might go down into the abyss a little bit here, Libra. And I feel like it might break you a little bit. Okay. But I feel like this is going to be a good kind of purge, emotional purge. You might realize some things even psychologically about yourself that contribute to this, or a way you've been thinking about things. Like you didn't see it before. I feel like you're going to come out of this with a new lens. And I feel like you're going to be very honest and truthful with yourself about how you've sabotaged the very thing that you want. Okay. All right, my loves. I know that's a bit of a heavy reading. Check your other placements if it doesn't resonate, but I'm sending you a lot of love. Okay, we'll check in again next week. Take care. Hey, Scorpio, welcome into your energy reading for March the 8th through the 15th. Let's dive in here and see what is going on for my Scorpios and those watching for their 8th house, please. What is the message? What is the message for my Scorpios and those watching for their 8th house, please? Okay, Scorpio, you have the 7 of Wands, Queen of Swords, 2 of Wands. You haven't made up your mind yet here is what I'm getting. I don't know what about, but I'm seeing, yeah, maybe about commitment here or a contract. You're still discerning some sort of decision. It could be in relation to an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You want to make sure everything's in order. You're analyzing something right now here, 9 of Cups. Is it really what I want? Okay, so that's what you're analyzing. Is this something that I really want? Show me the 7 of Wands. So you're keeping some personal boundaries in place here. 7 of Pentacles, you're taking your time, carefully considering here. It looks like it could be about a connection, or it could be about a decision that you're trying to make on whether it's aligned for you or not. Okay, it doesn't have to be a relationship. Or connecting business partner. It doesn't have to be any of that. It can just be, is this decision aligned with me? So that could be something that you're taking stock of. You're taking inventory here. You're taking a good look at this, and you're keeping your boundaries in place as you do it. Show me this Queen of Swords. You show up as a Queen of Swords quite a bit. Yeah. Is there real potential here? Is there an opportunity here? Is this something that's trustworthy? Queen of Cups. I feel like I want to tell you, you might want to pay close attention to how you feel about it versus maybe some other things that you're considering here. Pay attention to how you feel about it. Okay. That's going to be important. I want you to discern that. I want you to use your discernment in making this choice here. Tell me a little bit more about that Queen of Cups. Yeah. Judgment. Is this the right call? Based off how you feel. Show me 2 of Wands. The Devil. 8 of Wands. Page of Swords. You're paying attention very carefully to maybe what somebody is saying or the actions that someone is taking. You're in observation mode is what I'm getting. You're making sure, is this a decision that I am making that is part of an old pattern? Is this, if I make this decision, is there something that's going to happen that's unhealthy or, not good for me? I feel like these are all the things that you're considering here, as you're in the process of making a decision. I don't know that you've made it yet. It doesn't seem like there's no sense of urgency, in other words, I'm sensing here. I see that there's a lot of conversation, Tower, the Fool. Something could start more quickly, or something could happen that could determine um, more quickly whether you choose this or not. There could be something that happens that speeds things up, okay? It could be somebody saying something where you're like, "Oh, nope, okay, nope, this is a no for me." You know what I mean? There's something that I feel like shifts where you're able to make the decision just in general. I do see where you're analyzing this. You're making sure it's something that you want. Again, there's importance here on you paying attention to your how you feel about this. Are you giving up a piece of yourself? I want to ask you that. That may be something that you're questioning. Am I giving up a part of myself if I choose this? Is this really what I want? Again, pay attention to those emotions that you're experiencing around this. My apologies. I didn't realize you couldn't see this with the banner down there. Okay. Show me a little more about this Hierophant and this Hermit energy, please. Yeah, see, I just feel like you're taking everything in. You're not sure yet. I am getting that you're not sure. Yeah, there's the Hangman. That was underneath the deck, and you have the Emperor. You're not sure this is what you want yet. I feel like you're just taking your time. I feel like you're using your discernment. I feel like you're taking things slow in order to make a decision, being very observant. Again, I feel like it's important for you to be honest with yourself about how you feel about this. Just give me a little more about this Judgment energy, because something has changed for you, and it's like a new filter that you're running things through before you make choices and decisions here. Yep. Again, it's about how you feel. King of Cups and the Eight of Swords. Ace of Cups. How do you really feel? That's what's important here. Again, there's a level of emotional maturity that I feel like you have grown into. And so I just feel like you're taking things very carefully. You also don't want to feel trapped. That's certainly something that not a Scorpio. Scorpio doesn't like to feel trapped, but they like to possess, but they don't want to feel trapped. So there's maybe something about that. Am I trapping myself in this situation? Is this really what I want? And I feel like that's primarily where we need to focus. Yeah, you're doing the right thing by kind of waiting and taking your time. Okay. All right, Scorpio, that's what I have for you. I will see you guys next week. I'm sending you a lot of love. Take care. Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome in. This is going to be your energy reading for March the 8th through the 15th. I hope all is well with you. Let's dive in here to the message and see what's going on for Sagittarius and those watching for their 9th house. What is it that we need to know? What is the message here? Show me for Sagittarius and those watching for their 9th house, please. You better not come over here and land that big string of jewelry you got hanging off you on my leg. You better not. Hang on, Sag. No. Get. Yuck. Go on. Yuck. Get. Go. Okay, 10 of Cups. All right. Well, that's a good card to get here, Sag. Show me more. For Sagittarius and those watching for their 9th house, please. Okay, we have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Wands. Okay. Knight of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Seems like you are, yeah, okay, Queen of Swords. For some of you, I'm feeling like you're waiting on something to come through that you feel like you really need, and maybe you do. I feel like it could be something that contributes to like a home. I feel like you're waiting on word about something and it determines like an outcome or it determines something here. Let me see this 10 of cups. Show me this 10 of cups. Six of swords and the ace of swords. I don't know, maybe this has something to do, like maybe we'll need to move because of something. Maybe something's it seems like it impacts a family or something with your your home environment here, okay? Show me the 5 of pentacles. Let's see what's going on because I feel like this has to do with it. Knight of cups, 8 of swords, 5 of swords. Feels like there was something that got involved, that became involved here that maybe we didn't see very clearly. Like this, it feels kind of like something like this. Like maybe we hired a contractor to install a new HVAC system, right? Or a HVAC person to install it and they took your money and ran, or it's almost like we didn't bring in the right person or somebody you haven't heard from somebody that maybe you hired or to do some work. I don't know. It feels something like that. That is unfortunate. So I feel like you're very cautious moving forward. It feels like you tried to include something or you tried to bring something on board to accomplish a goal or maybe out of the goodness of your heart, maybe you were opening your home to somebody and it just seems like it's taken a big scoop out of the pile here and you needed that scoop in particular. Okay. I hope that makes sense. This could be like maybe you had some money set aside and somebody told you they were going to pay you back and they didn't, or you paid for something, a large amount of something and it didn't, somebody like took the money and ran, or it seems like something like this. And it feels like it's having some sort of domino effect. It feels like there's something that something has to happen now because of that, because something didn't work out. It feels like we included something that maybe sabotaged or played some sort of game here. Okay. Bamboozled you. Show me the 7 of wands. That sucks. Okay, 3 of swords. Yeah, you're very untrusting at this point here. I'm getting there's the high priestess reversed. Ooh. Your intuition may have told you to beware of whatever this is, or something might have been off. It's one of those times where like we know something, we shouldn't do something, or we should go a different direction, or we should make a different choice, and we want to kick ourselves in the tail when we're proven correct on that, and we've gone the opposite direction. So I feel like your intuition was telling you about the situation here, and maybe we didn't heed that. And now I feel like there's some kind of remorse around it. Okay. Show me this Knight of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, please. Yep. Some kind of remorse. This is not the greatest news. Okay. It's news of some kind of loss is what I'm getting. King of Swords. But this could be somebody saying like, here's the plan. Here's what we can do. Ace of Pentacles. If there's been some like loss of a large sum of money, there could be some kind of like, let's say you file a dispute. You paid with it through your bank and you want to file a dispute. This could be you getting the money back. Yeah. Judgment. Lovers. Okay. I feel like all is, yeah, Hangman. Okay. So what I'm seeing is that you could be concerned that you have to like, worst case scenario, like let's say you have to move or something because of this. Okay. But I see that there's, you get some kind of positive outcome. It seems like there's some kind of resolve or something goes back into alignment. So again, a good example would be like, we have filed a dispute because we paid this person for a service and the service did not get rendered, right? Or this could be like maybe winning a civil suit or something in court or whatever. Okay, something does go in your favor, but I feel like you're much more careful, and I think that's the lesson here. You're much more careful about where you invest your time, energy, resources. Okay, I feel like that's the lesson that I'm seeing here. It looks like this is going to have a positive outcome. You may not feel that way right now. But that's where I'm seeing this is headed. Okay. So again, you could get your money back for something, or if you filed some kind of suit, or I don't necessarily see like a legal thing going on other than maybe the King of Swords, Queen of Swords. But it certainly could be. It just feels like something is, I'm hearing rendered. that puts something back into an alignment. A decision is made that is in your favor, essentially. Okay. All right, Sag, I will see you guys next week. Take good care of yourself until next time. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome into your energy reading for March the 8th through about the 14th, 15th of the week. I hope that you guys are doing well. Let's dive in here to your message. Show me for Capricorn and those watching for their 10th house, please. What is the message? I might sneeze. Yep, it's going to happen, I think. Is it going to happen? Nope. Barely. Yes. Phew. Okay. All right. So we have the Hermit here. Excuse me. Virgo energy. We have the Queen of Pentacles. All right. We have the Four of Swords. All right. Looks like you're laying low here. You may be contemplating, analyzing something here, contemplating on something. You have the Sun. You have the Page of Swords. You have the Eight of Cups. Okay, I feel like you're gonna know what you need to do. You may not know what you need to do right now. Here's Teak again. Teak is a Capricorn cusp, and he always, I'm sure he's got some in his chart the way he moves. No offense. He's just slow as molasses in January. But he always shows up in your readings. His birthday is the 23rd, but he's got some cap in his chart for sure. All right, show me Hermit. Show me the Hermit, please. Okay, the King of Wands. I feel like you're thinking about like next moves. Yeah, what's the best next move here? What's the right move? Where do I feel aligned? Where do I feel led? I just feel like you're deeply reflecting on something. It could be about the future. It could be about where you're going next, what you need to do next. Show me this Four of Swords. The Eight of Wands. Yeah. You don't want to make any moves just yet is what I'm seeing here. We have the Knight of Swords. Okay, there may be a conversation or some information that you need. You could be waiting on this, but you could also be considering how to have a conversation. That could be that as well. How do I have this conversation? You could be thinking on just the truth or the information that's coming through to you as you're taking some time, okay, to yourself. Show me this Queen of Pentacles. We have the Six of Cups. Yeah, you're reflecting on, I'm getting that you're reflecting on something that's transpired or how you got here, that kind of thing. Something that's transpired is what I'm getting. Okay. You're going to see something, I feel like, clearly to where it's going to help you kind of move on from a situation. Yeah, Two of Wands. You see something about your choices here, something about your choices or your path revealed. Page of Cups. Some of this could be about you forgiving yourself for a choice that was made, liberating yourself from that. Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles and we have the Nine of Swords. Yeah. You definitely don't want to make the same mistake twice here is what I'm getting. Okay. So I'm getting that there's a careful consideration about what's next. I'm seeing that this includes, you know, reflection around the choices that we've made, maybe forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others here. I do see this energy of like, what's next for me? Where am I going to go next? I certainly don't want to do that again. I don't want to make the same mistake twice. I don't want to have that experience again. So that tells me there's been some sort of lesson learned. Let's look at this Eight of Cups. It feels like there may be a decision to completely kind of walk away from something, let something go, leave a life behind. Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles and we have the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. It looks like whatever this is that you're reflecting on, it looks like things are going to be different in that situation. It feels like maybe it's not what you want, but you know it's how things need to be. There could be something where maybe you still have to deal with a person or work together with an individual here that maybe you don't want to, or it makes you feel, you know, you feel kind of yucky having to do it. You don't want to maybe deal with a person at all, but maybe it's for the sake of something that you love. Okay. It feels like ultimately you decide to kind of, even though you may not want to, or there's still some emotions wrapped up in something that it's best for you to, and it feels like to distance yourself. But again, it looks like there's on some level, you're going to have to still deal with this or still work with this. Yeah, there's the moon in the world. I feel like your emotions around this are going to resolve themselves. I feel like there's going, yeah, I'm seeing the King of Cups. This could, whatever has transpired here that you're reflecting on, it could be that like there's something that you're learning emotionally about yourself through this. And I think that's probably the primary objective of whatever you're going through right now. You're doing the right thing by reflecting on this for sure. Okay. I also think that you're doing the right thing by not wanting to repeat something. And, this means that, it's best that I just kind of leave this and move on in the way that I can. Okay. Again, still feels like you have to like interact with this on some level, and maybe you don't want to. Maybe you feel like it's not healthy for certain people, maybe family, children, whatever. But again, it feels like there's going to be your emotions are going to wrap up with this. Okay. I feel like you'll get to a point where you're like indifferent about it. Okay. All right, my loves. I will see you again next week. Take good care of yourselves. Until next time. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome into your energy reading for March the 8th through about the 15th. I hope all is well with you. Let's dive in here to a message and see what is going on for you. Show me for Aquarius and those watching for their 11th house. What is the message here for Aquarius and 11th house viewers? What do we need to know? Okay, we have the King of Cups. We have the Hanged Man. A lot of water showing up here. Page of Wands. You have a new perspective on an individual here, it looks like. Okay, it could also be a perspective on how you feel about something, a different perspective on that. It feels positive. We have the Three of Swords. Ember and Teague are going to play fight, so you may hear that in the background. I'm going to continue reading because I'm used to it. Hopefully it doesn't annoy you too much. You have the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you might be afraid of like being hurt here, Aquarius. But I feel like it looks like you're going to want to open yourself up here to give and receive with somebody. I feel like you're seeing somebody differently. Show me this King of Cups. Could have water in their chart or be a water sign. Show me this King of Cups is fine as frog's hair. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. You're seeing potential with something is what I'm getting. Look at that, 10 of Cups. You're recognizing the potential with something here. And the Eight of Pentacles. It feels like you want to put time, attention, energy into something, or you're willing to. Okay, again, it feels like you have a different perspective. So show me about this Hanged Man. So yeah, you feel positively about something. Show me this Three of Swords. Let me see what this is about. Ace of Swords. You may realize, yep, there it is. Five of Swords. I feel like you feel that you sabotage something, or that you might have the potential to sabotage things in whatever way you do. Hey. Sorry, guys. They really want to go outside. And I said, let me just get Aquarius done. Okay, we have Strength. Yeah, I feel like, okay, when we rush, or when we don't take our time here, okay, when we don't have some sort of restraint, we might end up with the Three of Swords, 10 of Swords, like things hurt and then like we hurt each other, or things end, when we sabotage situations, right? So I feel like you're aware of your own sabotage and how that might play a role, where you might struggle with connections. But I feel like you're seeing something more positively now, okay? Or you're seeing like the potential for something. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I see the Three of Cups underneath the deck. Just FYI, hold on. Okay. Three of Cups, Five of Cups, yeah. Show me this Page of Wands. Again, I feel like you feel positively about this. I feel like you're seeing something like has some potential, or it can be successful. Two of Cups. You feel positively about some kind of connection here is what I'm getting. The World. Wow. Justice. You're seeing something coming to like a culmination to this. There could be something coming to a head. There could be something that's wrapping up. You're seeing potential. You feel positively. You feel enthusiastic towards something. Show me the Six of Pentacles. Wow, the Emperor. Wow. Wow. This feels like a big yes for you, Aquarius. 9 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, 2 of Wands. I'm seeing a person here is going to want to prove their commitment to you, and I feel like you're going to recognize this person's effort here. I feel like there's a little bit of an energy of needing to make yourself vulnerable. But you're aware of that. That may be the sabotage. Maybe you weren't allowing yourself to be vulnerable, or there's something here that I feel like you're recognizing is important component to making something work, that maybe you weren't contributing or giving of yourself in this way. Okay. Whatever that is for you, it's going to be different for all of you, but I feel like it could be like vulnerability or like emotions, Aquarius emotions. Ew. Okay. It's not that you don't have them. It's just, they have a time and place, they serve their purpose. But I feel like you're going to allow someone to put time, effort, energy, okay, into a situation with you, and I feel like you're going to say yes to this eventually. I feel like it's almost like somebody putting their time, efforts, and energy into it to kind of prove to you that they're serious about this. And I feel like that's all you're going to need to see. This person proving their seriousness. They know, it's like they're going to take the time to learn you. You may not have seen this about this person before. Maybe this was a friend for you. Maybe this is somebody that, like, maybe there was something about him that you weren't really attracted to. Maybe you're seeing that differently. There's something like that. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Nine of Swords, King of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. There may be something else that you kind of wonder about, but I don't feel like it's going to stop you from opening up to this. Okay. Again, you're seeing something differently. You feel very positively about it. You're recognizing where you might screw things up at times, where you might hurt your own self. And then I see you opening up to allow room for exploration, back and forth, and equal exchange. You have to show up in a certain way. You have to give of yourself emotionally, is what I'm getting, in order for this to work. But it looks like this person's going to kind of crack you open like a nut. Okay. All right, my loves. I hope you have a beautiful week. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.